Okay, the following chapter is on linear operators. Linear operators. And on linear operators. So, okay, let us start with let F, E, and F be two Banach space. We consider two Banach spaces E. Now I'll give you a definition of what we call the unbounded linear operators. This one, okay. And unbounded linear operator, linear operator from E into F into these two Banach space is a linear map. Is a linear map A from the DA, which contains E into F, something like that, from A into L, where DA is the domain of A, is the domain, is the domain of your operator, this one. We should construct this and I bounded this one is a linear operator from E into E, such that you have this condition. And we say that A is bounded if first of all the domain of A is equal to E, and the second time, and there exists C such that you have this condition A U, the norm of AU is C norm of U. Yeah, this is count. And when you have if A is a bounded operator, the norm is different like this. If A is bounded operator, the norm of A, which is like this from E, you remember we denoted this kind of linear operator L to E to F, when E, F are two Banach spaces. It's just the supplement for U, which is not equal to 0, the norm of AU over the norm of U, this count. And just regard that A is a linear operator, this one is a linear, just a linear map from the domain of E, which is just equal to this one. We say that A is densely defined. Densely defined. Defined if the domain of A is dense in E. Is dense in E. And that means that the closure of DA is equal to E. That means that the closure of DA is equal to E. So I'll give you another definition and give you some properties of this kind of operators. So you have the definition of the operators, that is, yeah, okay, I'll give you some definition also. What we call the graph of the operators. Graph of A is denoted by J of A like this, when A is unbounded operator like this. This one, it contains the soft element of this one. This one is contain the element like this, U, V, like this, which is the element of E, F, such that V is just equal to AU. That means that we can use that. Usually you can say that is the element of E, this one, where you element of E. It's very simple like this. We call this one the graph of E. And also the range. The range of E, what you know, the AR of E of A like this also. It's just the image of A. It's just the image of A. This means that's all. The range, you call it the range of A. And what else you can define? So the range of this one is f of A. It's just the image of this operator. This one. That means that they contain the V with an element of F, such that AU is equal to V, where U is element of E. That's the one point. And also the kernel of E is like this. The kernel is denoted by this, is denoted by N of A. It's just notation. You don't of this. The kernel of this one, it contains some U which is an element of A, E, such that A, U is equal to 0. 0 is the element of X. So you know the range of E, the range of the operator, not the range of E, the range of the operator is this one. Is that this one? Is just the image of your operators. Also the kernel is like this, the graph is this like this. When we say that A is closed, I'm going to give you the main definition of unbounded operators. We will say that this one, A is closed. A is closed. When you say that A is closed, that means that if the graph of A is closed, your operator is closed if the graph is closed. The graph is closed, that is the meaning. When you say that the graph of this one is closed, that means that what? When you have some sequence of letter UN, some sequence in E, in the domain of this one, the domain of A, such that the UN converge to U, something like that. And if also AUN converge into F like this, then your F is exactly AU. Just this all. When you see that your graph is closed, that means that the closure of A just close. This one, the closure of A is just equal to A. That means if you take any sequence in the graph, this sequence converge in this graph. Then you if you take that time something like that, you can summarize this and say that when you have a sequence like this, AUN, which converge into U, V like this, then just V is equal to AU. It's very simple like this. So we say that the graph, when the graph is closed, then that your A the operator is also closed. Now you know the definition of a closed unbounded leaf linear operator. You know the graph, the operators, you know the range of the operator and so on. And also the rank of these operators is just the image. The rank. The rank is just the dimension of the image of A. It's called what is called the dimensional of R of A. You know the rank of your email, the rank of your operators. The rank of A. This one. Okay. What test definition you can see now? Okay, it's this part. So now I will give you what we call the adjoint of operators. Of A. This operator we can do this. The adjoint of this. We do not see that A equal. We write A star, the adjoint of this one. Just is a map like this. Is also a map from each domain like this. I will define just now, which is also contained in the dual of F like this into the dual of E. This kind of so it's just a linear map also from the dual of F into the dual of E. This linear map, this space, which you don't say that's the last time I said this one is a vector space, the sub vector space in this space. This one is just the element contain the element of V, which is like this, which is in the dual of F, such that there is this C, that the model of V and A U something like that is less than C, the norm of U. This one. So you consider that the domain of your each A star you denoted by this. It's something V, yes, like that you have this definition. And now I will give you the definition of the domain of A star, the triangle, the adjoint of A. Okay, you have to get in your mind that if A is like this, the domain like this. If A, get your mind that if your A is like this, from E into F, then A star will define come from the E, this one, from the F, the job of this one into the F of this one. What you are going to define. Okay, how define this now, the job of this one? You know already the definition of the domain of your for A star, the adjoint of A. How can I define the adjoint now of A? Let us suppose that let's say J, element of the domain of this one, linear map from this. For all you have this one, V A U like this. For all A you take for the first in the density domain. This one is densely defined. Already. It's already like this one. Then you have said that we have the norm of J of U is state as this one U, and there is this C, said that you have this condition. So this one says that J is a linear map from the domain into this R. So we know only that dA is dense in E. dA is dense in E. Then we can extend J. Then exists F, which is the domain of East, consider that, such that the F restricted to the domain of A will be exactly equal to J. We satisfy the same condition. With the same condition, F of U also, until the norm is less than C, the norm of U. You can use the Hahn-Banach theorem analytic form, or you can just use the property that the fact that this one is dense in this one, there exists necessary F which is unique also in E star, such that you have this condition, such that you have the same condition. Then from here we can define now our A star. Okay, put the A star. Then you have this kind of so F will be equal to F. Let us just put this one. F is equal to your F here, which is equal to just what you call the A star of what you mean the V here. We suppose that V here is an element of V, is an element of the dual of F. That means that this one is an element of the dual of F. This one is in F. This is color in this kind of duality. This one. So V then we put that this way. V element of E star. This one. You just put. So from definition you can get here, if you have the same definition, then you have when V AU must be equal to A V U like this. When we are here, we are in the E star, the duality, this duality, and this one you have the F star and F before this couple. You want to define your your A star, the adjoint of A. Now, if you say that the first remark is that if R is bounded, then A itself is also bounded, and they are the same norm. If A is bounded, then the A star is also bounded. And the norm of A is equal to the norm of A star. The adjoint of A. The norm of A is equal to the norm of A. Yes, is a linear map from E to F. There's a linear map from F star to E star in that this function. Okay. If you want, can give you the proof of this one. When A is bounded, the norm is equal to this. Why this one? I think that the norm of A, this one is a linear map for E into star like this. It's equal to the norm of E star. When A is bounded, this one is open, and they have the same norm. This one, this one. First of all, you know that when you have this one, V, A, U, for all V, I take it in the dual of E, and U, limit of E like this. You know that already this one is equal, when you put the absolute value of this one is really equal to the norm of A, the norm of U, the norm of V, this one. Then you know already that this one is A, V, A star V, U. You have this condition. Then this one is less than this one. The norm of A, the norm of U, the norm of V. Then you you can denote that the norm of A star can be less than the norm of A. Very simple like this. And also that if you complete this one, V, A, U also, you take the norm, you also take that the norm of A, the norm of U, you have to be this one. Then you put also the norm of A, will be then than the norm of E star. You just say, so from here, and from here, you have the norm of A is just equal to this condition. Then you will have to get your mind to put your mind that if A is bounded, the norm of A and the norm of the adjoint are equal. Okay. Now, what test of property you can see now? You have this kind of condition here. Okay. Now, I'll give you now a relation between the norm of what we call it. Give the relation between the graph of A and the graph of the adjoint of A. What to the definition of this one? And before giving it, I give you this proposition. I propose is that we do have. You suppose that A is a linear, unbounded linear map from E into F. That opposite. Bounded linear map, which is densely defined. It's defined also this one. That means that the closure of this one is equal to if you are need conditions. So you can define easily the adjoint of A. You have this in this condition. Then if the graph of A is close to not a condition, then the adjoint of this one is necessarily close. This one is close. If you have this condition, then you define the adjoint of A like this, you are going to prove that this one is close. That means that proves that the graph of A star, this one is close. And so I will construct some sequence. It's very simple to prove. We just consider some sequence which converge like this. Let V like this, some sequence, a sequence of the domain of the adjoint of A like this, such that Vn converge to V, this one. This one is converge to V, and also the adjoint of A of Vn also converge into F from the other. This one converge to here, this one is converge to this one. Then we are going to prove that F is necessarily equal to this one. You look at the F is just an image of this one. So that means that the graph of this one is closed. If the graph is closed, that means that your operator is also closed. Okay, let us compute now Vn like this. Vn and AU. You get something like that. And AU, by definition, this one is equal to E star Vn to this count. by definition, you have the definition of this one.